Hola amigos de CineNT.com, estamos con Gary Pullin, ilustrador, eh, director, una persona que ha hecho muchos trabajos aquí en Talpujagua. Gary, we saw your work. Many people can ever never see the way you work, your illustration, and you are you have a unique point of view. You make like a pop art with the horror movies. How you go to this way?
I don't know. I just sort of it just that's kind of how it comes out of me, I guess. I'm a big fan of obviously horror films. Very big fan of more like the classics, more retro stuff. I'm definitely my heart is with sort of like retro horror stuff from the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. And classic horror monster movies, the Universal monsters, of course, and films from the 70s, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. So I'm more rooted in like there's a lot of great horror movies being made now, but I don't know. It just sort of like it just all comes from nostalgia and when I was a kid.
Saw the posters that you have that you brought here. We saw Teenage Wolf with Michael J. Fox. We saw Psycho.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. But also saw a pencil illustrations
yes.
about magazines
That's
that
right.
are very rich in details.
Yes.
In this, what is your favorite work in this?
In the show at the exhibit,
Mm.
yeah, you're talking about the Rue
Mhm.
covers that I did. Yeah, I mean those are some of my favorite pieces I've done because well they were published on Rue covers and which I love doing and they're I don't know. Yeah, there is a lot of detail. Um, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Mhm.
It's kind of like I always say. It's kind of like Freddy Krueger says. They're all my children. Uh, there's certain posters that I like more than others. I guess I would say White Zombie, the Mondo one I did for
Mhm.
Bela Lugosi's White Zombie, is a favorite of mine. And my Psycho poster, that's at the show with the eye and the
Mhm.
drain. Yeah, that's one of my favorite posters too.
And you also have a job with Guillermo del Toro that you make specifically for a participation he have in a festival.
Yeah, that's right. And I worked on that with a very good friend of mine from Phantom City Creative, Justin. So that was for when Guillermo del Toro came to Toronto, and we honored him with this print, and we got to present it to him on stage. And you know, he was there for while he was filming Pacific Rim, and so Tiff and Rue did a movie night, and he introduced all these movies. And it was just an incredible experience. It was just like, to go up on stage and present a piece of artwork to him to honor him was a big deal for Justin and I. And yeah, like he really seemed to like it. He said he was gonna put it in his house that he has dedicated to all of his prints and monsters and artwork that he's bought. I mean, he's a real collector of original artwork. And he champions like artists and he champions other filmmakers and really he's sort of like I don't know kind of the general of horror in a lot of the ways he's really like he's so supportive and he helps so many people that it's good to know that there's a guy like that out there that is devoid of ego and devoid of just a lot of the things that come with the industry I would imagine so it was great to be able to surprise him with that.
How do you involve with the birth of the Night of the Living Dead?
Birth of the Living Dead is a documentary on George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, and it's put up by Glass Eye Pix, which is Larry Fessenden's company. Larry Fessenden, great guy, I worked with on a project called Tales from Beyond the Pale. Tales from Beyond the Pale is a radio horror series, a drama. It's using sound effects and scripts. They hire actors to come in, like Sean Young from Blade Runner, and Vincent D'Onofrio came in and did a voiceover. Ron Perlman came over and came. Ah,
Oh,
Quasimodo is here.
is your first work in a movie with animation?
This is, yes.
How do you feel?
It feels great. I want to do more. I love documentaries. I'm a docaholic. Like I love docs as much as like fictional films. So to work on a documentary was really great. Number one, and number two, Night of the Living Dead is it's on my short list of like favorite horror films. So it was a good opportunity for me to do that, and I was very, very happy to work with those guys. I mean, they kept wanting more work as we were working, as the project was going. They wanted more and more drawings, and yeah, I was happy to oblige because it was my way of honoring the film too.
You say you have a short list of horror movies. What are in the top three?
Top three, man. Well, see, that's really hard because it changes day by day. Tomorrow I might have three new films, but right now, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Night of the Living Dead.
Okay. S for last, how do you think about Talpujahua?
I love it here. I love it here. I mean, this is a really, they call it the Magic City, a magical city, and it is. It's incredible. I mean, the March of the Beasts thing was incredible. The people here have been like amazing. I got to meet the president of the town. Miguel Marin, who runs Feratum Fest, has been amazing. Aaron Soto, I have to mention because he brought me here. He suggested that they have me do an exhibit here. So I'm very lucky to be here. I love this town. It's great. I want to come back. So
And you draw Jose Mojica Marines, and
yes.
you meet her. How about?
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, that was for a cover of Rue Morgue again when he came out with a embodiment of evil, and so I wanted. I was a Coffin Show Joe fan from seeing At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul, and so doing that cover was again another thrill, fun to do, and so yeah, when he came to Rue Morgue the year that movie came out because he was doing film festivals and he did Fantasia Film Festival in Montreal. So he came to the offices of Rue Morgue. So we got to meet him there, got to show him the artwork, and yeah, and he really loved seeing the artwork at the show here. And he wants me to send him a couple of prints. So, that's a huge compliment. That he likes the art that much that he wants to own it. That's an honor. So
So, Gary, thank you very much.
you're very welcome.